6:30, and this is Ronnie, Serena, Robin, and Priscilla. Hello. So as a team, we came to a conclusion, and this is like the demand is muted, because we obviously saw through the whole paper that the demand is there, and that actually the Suba district has the demand of to put these products where the Osram products there. So they might not. So we created a strategy to make it financially sustainable. We know, like everybody knows, that people are by nature status seeking. So everybody needs a status in their lives, and how do we do that? How do we make these Osram products symbols of a status? And we know that if somebody goes to a village or somebody goes to a developed country, everywhere in the world that you go, if you tell people you buy something because it's good for your health, they won't buy it. Or if it's like educating them that, yeah, you should buy our products instead of kerosene because they won't pollute your lake, like they won't do it. So how do we get these people to buy the products? We've been learning through experience in real life that it's by making these products, like making them have a status, it's how they actually gonna buy them. And we really believe that we want to make the OHUB the place to be. And how do we do that? How do we make these places vibrant and colorful? And how do we put the culture of Kenya inside this place? And how do we put this culture inside the product so that they are part of the way that these people live? We do it by, like, put your hand up, everybody, and then put your other hand up. So now repeat with us. Kupata pamoja. And then let's sing it along. Kupata pamoja, kupata pamoja. So this is how we do it. We get people connected and we get people together. So we make the OHUBs the place to be. And also another very important point that we do, it's like get the locals involved and work with NGOs. So we've seen also through experience that when a corporation wants to come to a place, there's a lack of trust. And how do we make the trust the base of our whole approach? It's involving the locals and partnering with the NGOs that are already working there locally. This is what we've been learning so far, and this is how we do it. And now my colleague, Robin, he's going to go deeper on our approach.
I just wanted to add a bit to what she was saying about everybody is looking for status. It's not the way that we look at it here in London, like, oh, okay, my friend has a Rolex, that's crazy status, you know, I wish I could afford one. This is more of a really bottom of the pyramid kind of thing, like another project we were looking at where they were just going in and trying to get people to adapt to having toilets, the idea. So, oh, my neighbor has a toilet, it's so cool for them, they can, okay? Like this, to really lower the price of things and make it a commodity that everybody wants. This is the problem that we have right now. Our demand for this 1 week really drops, it really falls very hard. And instead of, we need to achieve about 80% usage to be sustainable. Instead of just trying to maximize every 3 weeks to about 100%, let's just look at right here how we can make something, bring everything up, iron out the line to about 85%. Next slide. The way we're going to do this is we're going to move away, expand away from these fishermen and have full moon week activities. It's going to be in temporary tents around, one's going to be right at the OHUB, and we're going to have satellite events within a 50-mile radius of the event, of the OHUB. And what's going to happen, we're going to have these tents, and it's going to be, we're going to provide the lighting, we're going to provide tables, chairs, books for people to read. We're going to go into we're going to have 2 or 3 interns that are going to work the whole month, the 3 spare weeks. They're going to go into these new communities and talk to find out what the local heroes are, the guy that lives next door, that everyone looks up to, that everyone respects. Introduce them to the project and make them a brand manager, like have them stand behind us, have them come to these events and talk to them and talk about how great it is and how much it can help them. And basically the cost of this, the next slide, is only going to be 1,500 euros to set up the tent. The ones for the satellites, we can move them around from week to week. There's about 3 of these right now. We want to continue the pilot for another year or so, see how it goes, but we really think this is going to scale quite fast. We have the books, chairs, tables, CDs, local music, whatever we want, and our electricity usage. Another thing we want to have is just a small token for this local hero. Maybe not a gift, but an opportunity for him to try some of our products. Another product, the problem that I mentioned before, the deposit being too high. Right now the deposit is about 1/8 of the cost of a battery. And for new lamps, we're planning to take out insurance policies until we reach a sort of a break-even point, allowing us to cut the deposit in half for new customers. So basically, if we cut it in half, it'll be 1/16 of the battery cost. We'll keep this insurance until we have a ratio about 16 customers using a lamp, and then we'll cancel the insurance, cut those costs. We have the money that can replace it if it's damaged, and we want to really make it just a commodity. This is for the bottom of the pyramid. We don't want to make the exclusive products for the guys who want the Rolex. We want to make something that everyone can use. So we drop the price to where they can afford it, and they can really make use of it being so much cheaper than kerosene.
So we're not telling the people what to do, but we're taking the people to see what it's like to live with light at night. So this is what we're doing, and this is how we create the demand. And
another thing, the problem really goes beyond this little zone in Kenya. It goes beyond Kenya. It goes beyond Africa. We want to tackle this as a world problem. And you see us here looking out at the broad horizons. We want to be setting up pilots in India in about 5 years from now, similar to this. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I really like your idea of kind of using brand advocates in the community to kind of generate a positive word of mouth. Do you have any concern that because you're going to be compensating these individuals that you could create a negative word of mouth saying this person's promoting just because they're getting book CDs?
Actually, we're not actively compensating them. The only people we pay are our interns that are going out to meet these people. It's just going to be a one-time small token, like thank you for coming out to us today. It's going to be 1 week that you can use our lamp. Hopefully you like it, you'll keep using it, but just a thank you for being a part of this.
So you talked about involving interns. Would they be from the same community, or would they be coming in from outside area? If they would be coming in from outside, how would you take care of the training and the costs involved?
We're looking at
yeah,
NGOs.
it's all about getting the locals involved. So we're like inviting these interns from even the local village, the students, to come and help us. And this is like they can do it 1 week of the month, and maybe they say, okay, we can help you the other week too, or it's just about rotating people and let the people know that we are there, that we care, that we want them to see how it's to have these benefits.
And extending into this, we've seen the issue, the stereotype of big business coming into these small countries. Oh, I'm from Germany, I can help you do this. We do this back home, we do it this way, we have this, that, and that. And if you do it, you can be rich, you can be successful, your life's going to be so much better. But they don't want this, they don't need this. We want to make ourselves a part of their culture. We want to learn them and see how they can help us and how we can, because really what we want to do is help them. And I think they already have a bit of our trust, because in the case it mentions that we refused to bribe the officials. And the officials gave us a hard time starting out, but they realized the positive effect that was coming back from the community, and they started cooperating with us. So we already have like a foot in the door to this positive trust that we need to get from these guys.
You said you want to help them. It's fair enough. But if I'm the shareholder of your company, I want you to help me getting my money at the end of the year. So the question is, you want to sell by showing pretty much. So you're going to show them at this satellite event. How do you make sure they come back to the OHUB 2 days after and say, hey, I'm going to buy this technology, this product? How do you make sure you transfer the social event to financial, to revenue pretty much?
It's as we were telling, like it's not that you tell them buy this, but it's that you show them the benefits of having it. So we're doing this the full moon week, because we know that the fishermen won't be fishing, so they can come with their families, have a good time, and actually enjoy the benefits of having light. They can read books, they can make all these things. We can have like even sports matches. So they will know this, and they can actually see what it is to have it. And
right now, it's a bit of a teaser. We're it's a form of educating them. We don't have lights now, we do everything we need to do in the daytime. Why do I need lights? We have this event for 1 week. They come and they say, oh, okay, my kids can read, we can have this, that. You know, maybe, oh, I'm never going to see this again because they're not coming back. They're going to another visit next month. Maybe one person, 2 people, whatever it is, are interested enough to go out there and just like that, it can start.
But you're pinning your hopes on hope. In other words, you are hoping that by demonstrating the benefits, they will automatically migrate to that. But can you also highlight for me some incentives for them to change their behavior? So beyond the hope, we show you it's great, fantastic, but beyond that, are there any incentives for them actually to do that, financial or otherwise? So if you could go highlight those.
Loyalty programs are a great idea. Like once someone starts using it, they refer a friend to use it, to try it. The one guy that gets started in the village, he sends someone else to try it. We give them the first free try. And we want to get a lot of first-time testers, so we don't mind going out there. Really just getting them the education that they need light, that they can use it, that they can benefit from it. And we're sure that after that they can, because right now they're spending about 75% on kerosene. And really we think that the main problem is this big deposit that they have to step up with. And if we cut that in half, we think that they'll be more willing to give it a shot.